Good evening. Sorry, I'm like a minute late, I believe so. I had like trouble finding my stuff. Today, one more spot. It's gonna be the last one for Bù. Hello. A little flash course in English. It's gonna be very fun today. We're gonna see rosé. For those of you, I don't think I did the rosé in English the first time I did it because I have two rosé. I have one made out of Merlot and another one made from Gris de Grenache. So we're going to see that today, see the difference between the two. It's always very long for me on Facebook. I see that Katie is logged in. She just brought me like so much stuff. I got out of the shower. My hair is all spiky. It's been quite a busy day. I don't know for you guys. Things are sort of starting on a different 2.0 sort of style, more high-tech. Hello Martin, salut, hi everyone, hi darling. I hope everything went well for you yesterday. What I was saying, thanks for salut Daniel. For those who speak French, I'm gonna do one at 6 o'clock in French, but it's a flash course, 10 minutes, and rosé are really quite cool to understand the method. So today what I'm gonna talk about, it's gonna be obviously how do you make rosé so you end up with two different color like this one very pale and the other one quite intense in color. And it's not because you have a sugar content, because both of them are quite dry. So since it's very quick, I want to tell you a bit of stuff before we start. If you go on atuvu.ca or .com, Atuvu will have like the new calendar. Since we're going to stay together for quite a long time, I organized something very fun. We're going to drink local starting on the 28th. Tomorrow will be a flash course on coffee, because I make coffee with Café Barista, which are the best torréfacteurs. I don't know how you say that in English. Best people that make the coffee here. So Café Barista, and you're going to have a promo code for 15% off. I'm going to give you all that information. And I'm going to also give you code bar. So special numbers that you go to the SAQ and find for the mystery wine. Even though it's not in English, I'm going to do it bilingual, so you'll be able to join me at 7:30 every Friday night. So we will play the game, mystery wine. So you go to the SAQ with a code and you ask them to put it in a box or in a socks or whatever you want. You pay. Don't look at the product. Just open it and play with me. So that's going to be on my Facebook, on my Instagram also. 3 codes, so you can pick up 3 different bottles for the next 3 Friday together. But also, hi Benoit, I'm gonna be there with you. It's always like lower on the English version, obviously. But what's really fun is that we're gonna do local, so drink local wine at 6 o'clock for the rest. So let's talk about rosé. I'm gonna pour a glass of this one. The first rosé I did was the Merlot rosé from Italy, which is quite intense in color. It's I didn't like rosé prior to this, and now, hey Bob, salut! T'étais bon hier, so good. Donc Stéphane, salut tout le monde, mère en affaires. I'm gonna do one at 6 in French. Rebecca, wow, so many people I love. Diane, hello. So it's very slow for now. I think we're 8 on Instagram and a little bit more on Facebook. But what I want to do in that flash course, it's so you understand how to make a rosé. There's vin gris. Sometimes people vin gris de cigare like Randall Graham do with Bonnie Doon. It's really interesting because all it means is like a poetic sort of word, vin gris, meaning greenish, like grayish, not greenish, but grayish, because you use red skin to make rosé. How do you do that? It's going to be a light skin maceration. So instead of keeping the juice in contact with the skin for quite a long time to extract the color, you're just going to put it lightly. There's 2 ways of doing it. The first one, the lighter one, will be the press one. So how does it work? It's going to be, you really want to quickly press the grape, red grape, so you just have like a hint of color, very light in color, like salmon color almost. So you gently press it, and it is called a rosé de presse, or pressed. Okay, rosé. The other one is if you want like a stronger, more powerful red, what you're going to do, think of the tank. You have a big tank and you're processing, you're vinifying it like a red, normal red. And once you want the color to stop, let's say this one, you bleed the wine. So what does it mean? It's that basically you take a part, you split the part to make some rosé and keep the rest to ferment like a concentrated red. So one is press and the other one you bleed it. So you remove the juice from it when you have like the perfect color. And no, you cannot blend white and red together to make a rosé except in one place. For those of you who saw my little course on bubbles, it's in Champagne. Champagne can do it, funny enough. So, and it's actually good. So they're going to take white wine with red wine from the Bù Rosé area to create a rosé. But other than that, no, you always take red grapes and you make rosé out of it. Either rosé from a press or either you bleed the tank when you have like the color you want. This one, if you look at it, it's called Gris de Grenache. Gris de Grenache is just a cute name saying Grenache is the grape. So you have Grenache Gris. Be careful. This is Grenache, red Grenache, like a darker Grenache with parts of Syrah. It is made from the south of France, where you have like great rosé will always be in the Provence area. Very good. Think of Angelina Jolie. She purchased with Brad Pitt Miraval. And then you have Whispering Angel. That's a very good rosé as well. C'est Alexis Lichine that produced it with his father. Very, very rosé that have like a structure. You always want that to be floral in a way of spring. Okay, so it's time to drink rosé. I had nothing pink in my wardrobe, so I pick up like something that we took for a publicity we made for the rosé. So I think it's really I never wore it. Pink is not my color, but I like it for food pairing. What do you do with a rosé like this? So if you look at the color, obviously, when you look at the color, you want it to be, okay, very light tone. It looks like a salmon almost, okay? Roses, like very delicate. There's no change of color, so the wine is in his youth. In his youth, you always name 3 different fruits. Since it's very light in color, it looks almost like a darker peach, melon, watermelon, okay? But berries, very pale berries in that case. So I bought 4 Pinot Grigio because of your last live. Thank you, François. This is cool. Yeah. Pierre Laurent, super bon. Thank you, Théa. Thanks for being with me. Marc from Vietnam. This is so much fun. I have so many cool people right now. So thanks for being there. So if you look at the color, if you don't have the wine, it's going to be very pale like salmon. In French, we call that œil de perdrix. So a very light rosé. To the nose, there's never wood in a rosé, or otherwise it's going to kill the wine, okay? You want it to be fresh on the fruit side. It's perfect to go along with any vegetarian meals, salad, okay? Anything fresh. You can also put fruits in it, like work with strawberry, watermelon will be good. Any fish, anything pink. Trout, Arctic char, salmon, shrimp, lobster, even like veal or pork can really work well with a rosé. You keep it fresh with a bit of herbs and that's gonna be perfect, okay? And to the mouth, we're gonna finish on that note. Wow. I haven't tasted it in quite a while, this one. I always drink the other Merlot because I like it to be more powerful. But damn, that's very, very good. It's very subtle, nothing too big, so it doesn't take much space in your mouth. It's dry. Every Bù are dry. There's no sugar added. So even though the color may look like it's going to be sweeter, it is not. It's always below 4 grams per sugar, sometimes 2.7 grams per sugar, 3. The natural sugar, this one, Maurice, Momo, smoked salmon will work, Gregory? Yes. You're a cool lady with a cool product. Thank you. I like to have fun, and wine is all about fun. It's all about being together, staying together, sharing, learning, and that makes it really fun. So thanks. So yes, with smoked salmon, Maurice from Gaspésy's got the best connection to have like the best smoked salmon in the entire world. I think that's working well. But usually when you have something smoky, you want something a little woody, But rosé, yes, it will work. It will cut sort of that smokiness and like enhance the flavor of that like bright, more acidity. So this rosé, you just drink it on its own, or you can have like a bit of salami, or a little more like the Pinot Noir sort of pairing we can do. Just salad. Something very, very simple, all right? So remember, for the rosé, it's going to be a pressed rosé, very light in skin and color. Vin gris or gris de Grenache, it's a cute name, gris, meaning it's gray, okay? So very light in color. Otherwise, how do you make a rosé? You cannot blend it other than in champagne. You can add white and red in champagne. Otherwise, you can't do that. And you're going to call that rosé de saignée. So you bleed the tank. It's just a cute word again to say that once you're red, you make the same process as a red, but once you get the rosé that you want, and it's very difficult to get a very good rosé, you bleed the tank and you end up with your rosé, and you keep the rest to ferment it and have like a concentrated red. So if you have any question, don't hesitate. Sometimes it's not at the same time. For me, it's quite hard to follow with this. I'm going to be at 6 o'clock in French, and for the wine game. So tomorrow will be coffee, Café Barista, same time. So 7:30 in English, 6 in French. And then we're going to play the game. I'm going to give all of that information on Vin Mystère, Mystery Wine, or my Instagram and Facebook. See you for the French course. Ciao. Thanks for being here.